This is a tool called the Ladder of Inference, developed by Chris Oyuris. I'm classifying it as both a mental well-being tool and emotional intelligence. It will help you to keep perspective and not let your mind run away with you. And it will also help to make sure that you continue to foster positive, healthy relationships. So, first and foremost, what I want to point out is we do not want to climb the ladder of inference. But being aware of what the ladder of inference is will help us learn to not climb it. So what is the ladder of inference? The ladder of inference starts off with facts and data, and then if you climb the ladder of inference, which is again not what you want to do, you filter and select the data. Then you climb it again and you add meaning to that filtered data. Then you climb it again and you start to make assumptions, and then you draw conclusions, and then you totally change your values and beliefs on the world, and then you take action, which is harmful to your mental health and also harmful to your relationships with others because you've built this upon something totally made up. So now what I'm going to do is go through a student example on how to instead handle the situation. I'm going to do a common situation, which is texting, and I'm going to go ahead and use my best friend, even though this situation is totally hypothetical. So, facts and data. After a day, Courtney texted me back in response to my advice about a current dilemma she's in. I then filter the data, which is not what I want to do. Wow, I focus on the fact that she took a day to reply. I now add meaning to that. Wow, she does not think my advice is worth her time. I now make assumptions. She really doesn't value my opinion. I draw conclusions. Okay, now she doesn't even value my friendship, and we've been friends for so long. Now I'm going to overall update my beliefs and values. Okay, so friendship is clearly not worth it if someone who's been my friend for this long doesn't value my opinion. I should just focus on myself and not even focus on helping others. And then after I've built all this, this is when I take action. I start ignoring her messages, which is of course not good for my mental well-being because she's my best friend, but it's also not good for relationships because I've built it upon this false foundation. So now here comes the advice piece. How should I have handled the situation? Well, I just should have skipped the whole ladder of inference. When we create these meanings, that's when it becomes harmful to ourselves. So skip that and instead just take action. I should have just replied to her text because who knows why she didn't reply. Just because the phones allow us to respond instantaneously does not mean that we have to. And so then, in addition to that, if I truly am concerned with the status of our friendship, then what I need to do is have a crucial conversation with her, which could go in these following few steps. State the facts from my perspective. I noticed you took a day to reply. State how it made me feel. It made me feel like I wasn't valued. And then we should always be solution-based. I should then offer her what I would have appreciated in this situation. I would have really appreciated it if, even though you were busy, you could have just sent me a quick text that said, hey, I'm busy, but I promise I'll text you back. Because that's something that's really important to me, the clarity and communication. And then, of course, that's not the be-all, end-all of the situation. What I then need to do is ask for her perspective, and then we can further develop our relationship through empathy, and then I can continue to have a strong mental well-being. This worksheet is available on my Teachers Pay Teachers for free, or if you're in EduSD, you can access it at lagoonattentive.lagoonamazing.com. It's a really great tool to practice, to visually write out, and then it just becomes a natural part of our toolkit.